Hey guys, welcome. Star Citizen Engineering TAC Preview just went to Wave 1 PTU today for a few hours and then they closed it again. But we are able to test many things, and I will be dividing it into different videos for the TAC Preview engineering testing. For this first video, let's take a look at the engineering MFD and the UIs on a few of the engineering-enabled ships. Start with this Polaris, and this video is made in the Arena Commander offline mode because the PU has been shut down. So there are a few things that we are not able to do in the Arena Commander, but we can test out the MFDs and the UIs. Let's go. First of all, on the engineering enabled ships that you have an extra page on your MFD and you can access it on the pilot seat. So that page is called the diagnostics. So this is the Polaris. On the top bar, you can see the words are overlapping, but you can see here is a number first, 0 damaged. So if you click this is 0 damaged components and 0 critical. How many are critical and how many are errors? And then here is the diagnostic and repair. This is a whole button. If you click this, you can initiate the one-time repair feature, which we're going to be talking about maybe in the next video. Now click this one here, you go back to the entire diagnostic page. And by the way, since engineering is in the very early preview testing, so anything is subject to change. And that's the reason we're testing it. On this page, you can see all your components. Starts from the coolers. So you got a bar here and you can drag. This is a very long list here, very long list. And you can turn off individual coolers. If you click cooler, you can turn off all the coolers, I think. But I don't recommend you do that. If you have multiple coolers, you can turn off individual coolers. You also have two numbers here. One is a pixelated symbol with number 99. And here you have this green bar, which is 100. These two numbers, especially the green numbers, is very important. This indicates the health for this component. And the number on the left indicates the wear and tear. And how exactly the wear and tear is related to the health, I'm not sure. But we're going to revisit these numbers later in the engineering terminal. And here is the jump drive. You can turn it on or turn it off. And that is life support generator, on and off. Now here comes the thrusters. This is a very good feature. However, we do not know exactly where the main thrusters is at. Everything is placeholder. But eventually I believe this is going to be replaced by the specific thruster for the ship. And when you read the name, you will know exactly where the thruster is located so that you can turn specific thruster on and off. Now here says partially off. So if you turn this one off, you turn off all the thrusters. So basically engine is off for the ship. So if I just turn it on and lift up the ship, turn off a few more thrusters. Off, off. It's quite difficult to scroll up and down. Its best way is to drag this bar. So main thrusters. Oh, you can see I turned off that 4 thrusters. So only 2 engines that's working on the left. I turn off one more. Now you can see only 1 little thruster that's working. Second category is the maneuvering thrusters. So I'm gonna turn them all off. When I turn off my maneuvering thrusters, even I have main engine thrusters, but see my ship is falling. So I better turn it back on. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Maneuvering thrusters on. Now I can maneuver the ship. And we have a lot of maneuvering thrusters. So if I just turn a few of them off, now you can see my ship is slowly falling. If I strafe, oh, my ship is spinning. So if your ship is in a spin after a combat, you can turn off certain maneuvering thrusters to balance it off. Let's turn all of them back on. There we go. Now, next category will be the missile racks. You can turn off individual missile racks. So we got 2 missile racks. Turn both of them off, my missile will be turned off. If I turn one of them on, you can see now my missile is arming. So 2 missile racks, you can select which one to turn off. Also, torpedo racks. We have 4 torpedo racks. We also have a remote turret missile rack. So we can turn this one on and this one off. Also, we have the power plant. It's a little bit difficult to use this page because you do have to scroll down carefully in order not to miss it. And quantum drive here, you can turn the radar on or radar off, shield generator on and off, or which shield generator to turn on or turn off. Also, tractor beam. Now, you can also choose the turret base to turn off. On the Polaris, we have multiple main turrets, and you can choose which one to turn on and which one to turn off. You can also turn on and turn off the individual guns. The problem is you don't know which gun you want to turn on or turn off. So many Panthers and Omniskis. So each individual guns, each individual turret. Oh, you can also turn off the Maris cannon or only use one. You can also turn off the swarm PDCs. You got 7 PDCs. You can choose the specific PDCs to turn them off. And that's it. So that's what you can do on this screen. So this is from the pilot seat. Let's check the co-pilot seat. Yes, on the co-pilot seat, you can also control these. System critical. And do not turn off cooler. So the moment I turn off cooler, it says system overheating. Once the engineering gameplay is in, the cooler is going to be vital for any functioning ship. If you want your ship to function, you need to manage your cooler very, very carefully. So turn off the tractor beam. I don't use it. If I want to give more power to weapon and more power to engine or to shield, you can also see the temperature gauge by the shield generator and maybe also the quantum drive and also the radar. Ooh, the radar is overheating right now. The bar reached the red and my life support generator is in the middle. So turn off my radar, turn it on. Yep, my radar is overheating. I need to give a little bit more pip to my cooler. Increase. Oh! System already overheated. Smoke detected from power plants. Oh no! Think my ship is falling? Ship is falling. I haven't done many things yet. But just by playing around with the cooler, my ship is already overheated. Lights are turned off on the ship. And emergency override. For the emergency override is you can only use the door once. You can see it says no power. Once you hit the emergency override, the door will open or close. After that, you cannot make the door function again unless you somehow restore the power. So let's go to the power plant. I am soloing the Polaris right now. I shouldn't. Because, oh, I think I just hit the ground. Yep, just hit the ground. Now, let's see. Oh no, my power plant is on fire. It's overheated. And it's on fire like this. Wow, look at this. And smoke. Can I put off the fire? Let's look for a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher. Got one here. Grab it. The fire extinguisher can be equipped just as you equipped your primary weapon. And now you can draw it like this. Fire extinguisher has limited amount. Once you use them up, you can simply put it back here. It will recharge. And then you can take it. Put out the fire. Can I? Oh, maybe I cannot. Oh, it's difficult. Then how can I do to solve this problem? Maybe I need to turn off the... Yeah, I need to get rid of the oxygen. Oh, engineering terminal here works. So this is the engineering terminal we're going to be looking at. So touch to start. But before we start, you can see the engineering event. You can scroll down to see exactly what happened on the ship. 4 minutes ago, something got disabled. Name computer got disabled. And 34 minutes ago, something got fixed. 5 minutes ago, power plant warning. And then scroll. 5 minutes ago, shield generator disabled. And 5 minutes ago, radar disabled. So it's a whole engineering events that you can check. The red ones, of course, the yellow ones is problem detected. The green ones is everything's okay. And the red ones is problem warning. Now touch to start. So this is the main UI for engineering gameplay. It can be very complicated. So let's take a look. On top here, you see this one says life support, a little bit blurry. It says life support, cooling system, and RN, the hull health, and fuel, hydrogen. And on the right hand side, this bar here is the engineering event that's happened on the ship that we looked at in the beginning. And here, a little bell sign here. If you click it, you can see longer list for the engineering event that's happened on the ship. Now, the warning message will be displayed here. Right now, it says fire detected, which is this power plant. And looks like I cannot click the power plant here. That's weird. I should be able to click it. But somehow I am not able to click it. So 3D view will let you view the entire ship. You can also click, just like the iPad. You can click on things and perform different functions. But somehow I'm not able to click this one. Maybe this is not the right engineering terminal. So we're going to go to different engineering terminals. Oh, okay, this one. So this one by the battery. You click this terminal. You turn off all the filters. So just turn on the items. And now you can click individual items here. So this is a quantum drive. When you click it, you can turn the quantum drive on or off. If I turn off the power plant. Power plant failure. The whole ship is off. Now my ship is falling. So I'm going to turn the power plant back on. And now it says cooler failure. Okay, so this is the cooler. I'm going to turn it off. Oh, actually, once you turn off the power plant, the cooler is off. So you have to click the cooler to turn it back on. So this is off, cooler failure. Turn it back on. It's good. You can see the cooling system right here. So if you turn it off, it allocated, it says offline. Quick, turn it back on. Now allocated 11%. Now this one is the shield generator. I'm gonna turn it back on. You can go to the second one. It's a setting. Click setting. Now here is the basically power management. So you have, my ship just fell. I think the engine got turned off when I turned off the power plant. Now over here you can turn on the life support here, and then radar, and then engine, and then shield. Did I turn off the shield? So if you turn off the shield generator from here, 3D view, you won't be able to turn it back on right here. So this page is primary. And I think when a component shows white, it means it's off. So I'm gonna turn it back on. And then in here, turn it back on. Go back here. Now you can see the color is blue. So when the component is white, it means it's turned off. This one, which is a quantum drive, you can see it appears white, which means the quantum drive is off right now. Same thing as for the weapons. If you click individual weapon, you can turn it off. This is better at knowing which weapon you want to turn off. This weapon, turn off and appears white. So Myers Cannon, this one, turn off, and then it appears white. Also for the thrusters, let's see if we can control thrusters. I don't think so. I don't think we can control thrusters. So on this screen, you can control weapons and components. You can't even control the missiles. I cannot control the PDCs either on the ship. Actually, I can control the PDCs. It's just really small. Zoom in. This is a PDC. Turn off. It appears white. Wow. Here is another PDC. Turn off and appears white. You also have these fuses. You can turn off individual fuses. So turn this fuse off. Oh, my ship, I think, just turned off. I just see the lights blinked. Now, turn it back on. Lights blinked again. Okay, cool. My ship is good. So here is another fuse. You can turn it off, turn it on. So these are the things that you can do on the Polaris. So these are the items. If you click rooms, now you see all these purple colored squares. These are the individual rooms which you can control the life support. You can vent the room. For example, bridge, room vent. Click this and we just vented the room. Oh, some rooms has really low temperature. So once the room doesn't have any atmosphere, you will have a very low temperature. Oh, I think that I just turn off the life support for some rooms. However, I can turn off the entire life support system by clicking settings and then life support off. Now continue with the 3D view. So if we filter off the rooms, keep the components, and also turn on doors. Now we can open individual doors on this screen. For example, the bridge door, open. And the bridge door just opened, but I also opened a lot of other doors here. That's weird. Close door. I just want to open the specific door. Open door. I can even open that specific component door right here. Open. I can also lock this door. And this door now is locked. Once it's locked, you don't see it highlighted anymore. Now open this door. Some door you can open individually. Also open, let's say, open the hangar door. Now I already hear that the hangar door is opening. And now we can see the hangar door has just been opened. Now on the settings screen, and you can just turn off the power plant from here. If you have two power plants, you can turn off different power plants. And now once you turn off the power plants, when you turn it back on, all your other components are off. So you have to turn them back on individually, one by one. Especially turn on the cooler. Now if I turn off the cooler, it won't take long for my components to overheat, especially the power plant. You can see the temperature is growing, and reach to the red Once it reaches the red, you will see a warning here. It says warning, overheating. Here is overheating as well, radar and life support. You can see the temperature and status. The status is it's on fire. Also, wear and tear. This is another thing. Like I said earlier, I don't know exactly what that means, but you can see the health is 99.99%, even though the power plant is on fire. But right now, it is still in good health, 99.9%. But all other components are turned off. That's why the color is white. Now you can see the power plant is on fire, even though I have no idea how to put off that fire. Now, on this engineering UI, you also have the third section, which is called presets. I don't know exactly what this is, but maybe you can set the specific power management and then save the preset. For example, if you are doing combat, you want more power to weapons. So you set a power management with more power to weapons and put that as a preset. When you click it, you will see the preview mode and you can adjust the... Oh, actually, it doesn't matter whether your ship is on fire or not. Once you're in the preview mode, you can just allocate the power the way that you want it. Full power to cooler and then give more power to weapon. And now I can apply. And here is the preset number 1. Presets applied. Number 1. Can I rename it? Oh, here. I don't think I can rename it, but I can create a preset and save it. I can also delete it. So that's the preset. You can set the specific power management that you want. Next ship we're gonna check out is the Starlancer TAC. And this is the diagnostic screen. As you can see, you can turn off individual components, individual thrusters, main thruster, maneuvering thruster, and turn off individual missile racks, power plant, quantum drive, radar, shield generator, individual shield generators, and individual man turrets, and individual guns. But the best way to manage those weapons and components is from the engineering terminal. On the Starlancer Max or the Starlancer TAC, it's this section right here. And you have the terminal right here. And then touch to start. So I'm in space right now, and we're going to test venting the atmosphere. So I'm going to vent atmosphere in the engineering room. Vent it. I'm gonna take off my helmet. Looks like I still have oxygen here. Now, if I turn off the filter rooms, I have the doors, items, and connections. Connections are the fuses. So if I turn off the connections, you see the fuses, the lines, you don't see them anymore. But if you turn on the connections, you can see which fuse controls which part. So this fuse right here is a main fuse. It goes to this fuse. Also, it goes to this fuse right here. Also controls the shield generator. So I can turn off the individual relays. Turn off. Turn it back on. If I turn off my cooler failed, I need to go back to the cooler section, turn off the cooler quickly, and turn off my individual components as well. So same thing as with the Polaris. You can turn off individual components. Once you turn the individual component off, it will appear white. Once you turn it back on the 3D view, you also must go to settings and turn it back on the power management. And then it will appear blue. Now, for the weapons, you can simply turn it on and off. It will appear white or blue. Doors, you can open individual doors. And then here is the Fury hanger. Open door. You can close the Fury door. Now, I'm gonna lock the Fury door. And you don't see the highlight once you lock it. but I'm gonna go to... Oh, yes, it's locked. You see that? It's not available for me to open. Now, the power plant for this ship is right here. I'm going to destroy it. When I hit the power plant, it says, warning, power plant damaged. Once the power plant or any component that is damaged, it will appear orange, and you can see the health for this component, 71%. And now the power plant appears red, but the health still maintains 61%, still a lot of health. Next ship is the Zeus. We're just gonna go straight to the engineering terminal. Smaller ships, easier to manage. Same thing for the Zeus, you can turn on and off the individual weapons. Open or close the individual doors. Now, for the Zeus, we only have, you can see we only have 2 shield generator that's working. So these 3 shield generators, you can see these are not working. So these are called the redundant components or redundant shield generators. On the Zeus, I think only 2 shield generators that's working. The rest, you cannot turn them on. On the Zeus, we have 4 shield generators. So if 1 shield generator is destroyed, and then the 3rd one will be turned into functional. Okay, so this one should be dead already. So once this shield generator is destroyed, you can see the next one just turn into functional. Go to the power management. You see these red pips, which means this shield generator is dead. However, we still have full power to shield because another shield generator just become functional. So that's the redundant shield. And this kind of shield works for the Redeemer as well as the Retaliator. Paladin. The Paladin engineering terminal right here. Sometimes the screen is quite blurry. Paladin has 3 power plants. But if I turn off all the coolers, you can see the temperature for the power plants are increasing, especially for these 2 that's working. Now, I have a warning. Overheating for 2 of the power plants and 1 life support generator. The shield temperature is also increasing. Now go to the 3D view. If I click this filter right here, it says show emergencies. If I click it, it will tell me what's the emergencies on the ship, which is the temperature for the power plants are increasing drastically. Oh, now I have a new emergency, which is the shield generator. Temperature is increasing. Also another power plant, temperature increasing really quickly. Life support. So more and more emergencies are showing up on the ship. Oh, something, I think ship just turned off. Power plant failure. Now, even if the ship is turned off, your power plant is overheated, and ship is turned off, you will still be able to see the MFDs. And you can see the status of each component on the diagnostic page on your MFD. So this is it for this video. The MFDs and UIs for the engineering ships. In the next video, we're gonna be setting ships on fire. Stay tuned.